Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez.
The Hispanic Festival, taking place at West Broward High School, is bent on unifying and bringing together Spanish cultures.
Here in the United States, I haven't seen something like this, something like with Latin music, the food that I haven't seen like for like months since I come here, like all the people, the dancing, all those things. I think that represents a lot our culture, and that represents that we are not only party and loud and all those things. Like we have these special things, like it's with family, with friends. It's only to like be together, all of us.
It was really amazing, in my opinion. I was so, like, there's so many different cultures all packed into one small festival, and it's just so amazing to be able to, you know, see the different cultural values that people have. You know, people are out here screaming, you know.
The festival also shines a light on other clubs West Broward has to offer.
Our booth is Spain, and we're selling churros, to raise money for the class of 2018 for senior year. Well, I'm from Belize in Haiti, and I think it's amazing that they're doing this event because it brings all different cultures together.
Well, we have people in the club that have like people working in those places. We have people that maybe some of them are owners of the restaurants, and then people that always go and eat there, so they go and ask for help. We use it like newspapers, social media, and all those things to like kind of reunite all here.
Known for being a melting pot, South Florida is one of the most diversified places with its multitude of faces. It's not hard to think you won't fit right in. For Bobcat Broadcast, I'm Tatiana Wilson.
When we talk about illicit substances, the phrase drugs and alcohol gets thrown around a lot. But notice how alcohol is separate. Why is that? A quick Google search defines a drug as a medicine or other substance which has a physiological effect when ingested or otherwise introduced into the body. Under that definition and many more, alcohol is clearly a drug. However, our government refuses to define it as such. For 4 years, the city of Miramar has organized a parade and festival event in order to commemorate the great achievements of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm asking all elected officials to please come to the stage.
Well, it started a little over 3 years ago, and there was no MLK observations in the city of Miramar other than a proclamation. There was nothing where the community could come together. So we as a city decided that we would have our own parade, that we would have our own celebration event right here in Lakeshore Park, which is an almost essential part of our community where many residents could just walk here to attend. So that's what makes it so great, and it's growing and growing every year.
Well, when we first started, we had a good turnout, but every year the interest it's been more and more. We have more participants in the parade, and we also have more vendors, and of course we have more community coming out as well. We announce it a lot more. It's on our Facebook, it's on our page, and now it's ingrained in our city. It's part of what we do, and our residents expect to have it now.
Having had the pleasure and opportunity to have met Dr. King many years ago, in fact, I even participated in the March on Washington with him. This means a lot because his legacy continues, and it's good to see that a lot of people have maintained and kept the ideology of nonviolence and stuff within the community. You know, so I'm happy to celebrate and continue to celebrate the Martin Luther King Day celebration.
While honoring the past as well as hoping for a better future, this celebration has created a unique opportunity for the residents of Miramar to come together and bond as a community. This has been Louis Akkermans reporting.
Y'all see her? She has a passion. Put your hands together and tell her joy.
Well, I'm trying to get a group together, a group of millennials trying to do positive things And I want us all to stay focused, and because that's the hard part, honestly. Because there are times where we want to just stop and quit. We just can't get discouraged. Daniel Wright, he's the designer for Positive Living Under God. So he spreads positivity. And then London Logan, which is Jay Hollis. She does clothes for the Handsomely Beautiful.
For me, my clothes is like a way of expressing myself without saying anything. And so I know from the other designers, I know that's how they feel too. And yeah, we just want to express ourselves without saying it. I thought it was a great opportunity. I never did a fashion show before. And there's a lot of small brands, a lot of small businesses from like Palm Beach County and stuff. And it's like always a competition. So I felt like if I joined it, people would know it's not a competition, it's all love, and we all do something different, so we all can work together. Dopest Denim does mainly denim. Plug does something else. I do something totally different. So I want everybody to get like a array of everything, you know?
I'm just trying to make everybody feel empowered in their own skin. You know, each and every last one of my pieces is a different piece than the one before. You know, the individuality of it, you know, people like to be who they are. You know, it is hard to change who you are. You know, you wake up every morning and see the same person. But what brings you to power is your uniqueness, your differentness, your flaws. You know, everything that I make is built to make you feel like I know nobody's going to come out and have this on. So I have to have my chest poked out, my head held high, because, you know, I'm one of one.
At the Frank C. Ortiz Art Gallery, a group of artists and art enthusiasts have created the Careers in the Arts Lecture Series, which is a collection of seminars that are hosted by industry professionals. Their goal? To provide advice and insight on creating a career out of passion.
When myself and the curatorial team here at the Frank sat down to discuss what would be of tremendous use to our community, our public, we all felt that, you know, coming from a fine art background or a costume design background, curatorial studies background, we all agreed that our parents, our loved ones, our friends would have loved to have heard from experienced professionals what a lifetime spent in the arts actually looks like.
Their latest lecturer, Kirsten Hines, is a nature photographer that has traveled all across the world and reveals that her original plan was not in the arts.
I am a photographer and writer, and I would sum up what I do as I try to reflect nature. Because originally I was actually a biologist, and I knew my passion was nature and my passion was travel, and I was trying to figure out how to combine those things, and I started off in biology.
Along with the thrilling stories about finding their way into artistic industries, the lecturers of these seminars intend to provide people with a practical and realistic way of becoming an artist.
My feeling is that anytime you have the opportunity to either meet with people or to gain knowledge about your area of expertise, I'm a photographer, an emerging artist photographer, I think it's important to take advantage of those opportunities. So that's one of the reasons I'm here.
We think it's critical to bring in speakers who are artists, and because what they demonstrate is that there are so many applicable skills that a creative person can apply to a wide variety of different careers. If you are an exceptional artist, chances are you're someone who is probably good with graphic design, probably has an incredible eye for aesthetics, who understands how visual information is transmitted. So we're trying to find people, and we have secured people that are successful artists in their own right, but that also demonstrate an applicable strength that really succeeds in the real world.
These seminars have provided people of all ages the opportunity and optimism to learn about breaking into the artistic field, or at the very least, pursuing and loving art. This has been Louis Akkermans reporting.